Welcome back to Bible Truth Diggers, where we explore the powerful stories hidden within the Bible. Today, we will be digging deeper into the Bible. Ready? Did you know there's a story in the Old Testament that, to be honest, is one of the most troubling in the entire Bible? It's not for the faint-hearted, and frankly, it might not be suitable for everyone, especially younger viewers. So, before we dive in, be warned that this story from Judges chapters 19 through 21 is graphic, dark, and could stir up memories of past trauma. This story is one that many overlook or avoid, but within its shocking details are lessons that resonate today. Let me walk you through the story first, and then we'll unpack the powerful truths hidden within it. It all starts in Judges 19 verse 1, where we're told, "In the days when there was no king in Israel, a Levite from the hill country of Ephraim took a concubine from Bethlehem in Judah. This Levite, living in northern Israel, takes a woman from Bethlehem as his concubine. Things go south when she betrays him and runs back to her father's house in Bethlehem, where she stays for 4 months. Eventually, the Levite decides to go after her. Her father welcomes him with open arms and convinces him to stay a while, offering abundant hospitality. But after several days, the Levite insists on leaving with his concubine. As they journey back, they approach Gibeah, later known as Jerusalem, but the Levite refuses to stop in a foreign city and presses on to Gibeah, in the territory of Benjamin. Upon arrival, they struggle to find lodging until an elderly man takes them in. But the peace of their stay is shattered when the wicked men of the city surround the house, demanding that the Levite be brought out so they can assault him. In a heart-wrenching twist, the old man pleads with them not to commit such an atrocity, offering up his virgin daughter and the Levite's concubine instead. In a horrific decision, the Levite hands over his concubine, and she is abused by the men all night long. At dawn, she returns to the doorstep, collapsing with her hands on the threshold. When the Levite finds her, he coldly tells her to get up, but she doesn't respond. She's dead. What happens next is shocking. The Levite cuts her body into 12 pieces and sends one to each tribe of Israel, igniting fury across the nation. What follows in Judges chapters 20 and 21 is a bloody civil war, with the Israelites going to war against the tribe of Benjamin to avenge this vile act. Thousands die in battle, and only 600 men of Benjamin survive. But even then, the violence doesn't end. With no Benjamite women left, the Israelites allow the remaining men to abduct women from a nearby festival to rebuild their tribe. Now, what can we learn from such a disturbing narrative? First, chaos reigns when there is no accountability. The story begins with the note that there was no king in Israel. When people have no leader, no structure, no authority, they do whatever seems right in their own eyes. The result? A descent into unthinkable acts of sin and violence. This is a sobering reminder of what can happen when we lose accountability in our own lives. Second, every person carries the image of God. In this story, human life is treated as disposable. The old man offers his daughter, and the Levite gives up his concubine, treating them as if their lives are worth less than his own. This reflects how far they had fallen, failing to see the sacredness of every human life. We must never forget that every person, no matter their background or status, is made in God's image and should be treated with dignity. Third, the further we drift from God, the more vulnerable we become. This narrative shows a nation that has lost its way spiritually. The moral decay in these chapters stems from a people who have distanced themselves from God. When we lose our connection to Him, we open ourselves up to decisions and behaviors we once thought unimaginable. Finally, we can choose our actions, but we can't choose the consequences. Israel's response to the crime in Gibeah spirals into a devastating civil war, costing thousands of lives. Their attempt to punish Benjamin led to unintended consequences that rippled through the entire nation. It's a reminder that while we have control over our choices, we don't control the fallout. In the end, the story of Judges 19 to 21 is a grim and tragic tale, but one with lessons we can't afford to ignore. It warns us about the dangers of living without accountability, the necessity of valuing human life, and the importance of staying close to God to avoid the devastation that comes with sin. Let it serve as a reminder to examine our hearts, stay rooted in God, and make choices that honor Him. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more biblical teachings. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.